Hey guys, Grasson here. Playing more Dating My High School Bully. So, last time, we got dared into getting a date, and that actually worked. And we discovered my guy is a moron, so now we have to try and save his love life. This is not gonna end well. As agreed, A and I meet up after school. Despite having spent my whole day thinking about it, I still have no idea what to do. Yeah, it's normal. Without any concrete plans, we just start walking down the street in total silence. It's maybe the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my entire life. Dude, fucking say something. How was your day? Just something simple to start. Say a few things and then find something to work off. You just gotta start talking. It'll work from there as long as you're not a complete idiot, which you are, so you're fucked either way. Just, how was your day? Start it and then continue off there. And don't let it die out. When something is said, you gotta build off of it. You gotta put in work here, okay? Especially since we know she's shy. How is this so hard for you? I said, yes! Jesus! How are you so dumb? But what? Anything! Oh! Her hobbies. So, Aya, what do you usually do for fun? Her response is mumbled in the dull moonstone I've come to expect. Monotone I've come to expect. Nothing very interesting. I like reading. Reading, huh? Like manga? Not really. Oh, that's a shame. Dude, you fucking... Don't say, like X. Say, what do you like to read? What kind of book? Not, do you like this? No, that's a shame. You're gonna ruin the date. If you did say, what about this? No? Then, oh, what is it? What do you like? Why that? That's like the dumbest thing you could have said. Thought we might have something in common. Okay, well, okay, let's be honest, if he's a manga nerd, throw the date away now, dude likes manga, he's got no shot. Continue walking as the conversation tails off. Yeah, 'cause you're being an asshole. For a few more minutes of this, I noticed A.S. studying me with a frown. Something wrong? I'm just confused. But what? I'm sorry if it sounds rude, but... Yeah, she's already on to you because you're such an idiot. You gotta speak! Dude! I asked me to go with you, but you don't seem to have any thoughts about where we should go or what we should do. You don't seem very interested in the whole thing either. Yeah, good on you, A.F. Fuck this guy, he's just using you for social cred. It's that obvious, is it? Yes! Because you're an idiot! I told you this! Another defeated sigh. I'm sorry. Truth is, I didn't really want to ask you out. Well, if you don't care, why'd you play along at all? Moron! It's like Ada looked hurt. She just blinks at me, waiting. I was dared into it by my friends. Dared? Yeah. You know Nanami? The loud girl I hang out with? The asshole you hang out with? Should I ask you out? She'd kick me out of the friend group. I see. Look away suddenly, unable to meet Aya's eyes any longer. And now you're being the asshole because your friends are all assholes. Do you not think the assholery has rubbed off on you and you maybe shouldn't be friends with the assholes? How is he so stupid? I don't understand. Hope you're not too mad at me. I really didn't want to lead you on, but it's alright. To be honest, I thought it might be something like that when I saw the way your friends were looking at us. She should have called him out earlier, though. Well, yeah, I guess that would have been kind of rude. See, Aya, it's like, she already knows the whole shtick. We're just sitting here, like, twiddling our thumbs. I'm just, like, covering my eyes. I want to, like, not see what comes next. There's one thing I want you to clarify. What's that? Why do you spend time with people who make you do things you don't want to? See? She's smart. She knows it, John. You're the idiot here. She agrees with me, John. I don't believe that real friends should go around threatening each other. Exactly! Yes! You understand the concept of friendship! Ah! How do you not understand this, John? But I don't think you're really an expert in having... Oh my god, John, you're already the asshole. Don't make it worse. John, at least she doesn't have assholes. John, you don't have friends either. You got a bunch of assholes. You maybe have one. She at least doesn't have any friends, but also no assholes. Stops in her tracks and I suddenly hear what I've said. Yeah, moron! I'm sorry. It's a horrible thing for me to say, I just guess it's a sensitive topic for me. Yeah, 'cause you have none either, moron! Takes a deep breath, swallowing and composing yourself before he continues walking. No, it's okay. Why don't you tell me about it? It's really nothing worth getting into. No, please. I'd like to know. Really? Oh, hang on. Okay, if you're sure. A and I keep walking, eventually losing sight of the school. This is all happening within sight of the school? How big is your school? Not even sure where to start. Where every story does, I suppose. Where does every story start? At the beginning. Okay, but where... Oh, jeez. I mean, okay, nice one-liner, but where's the beginning, lady? I give a quiet chuckle. Makes sense. And I guess I have to start with middle school. Right! The beginning starts in the middle! Incredible! I don't understand these people. I guess it... Okay, actually, I guess it just makes sense. And it's just a funny... Okay, maybe I'm the stupid one. Back then I was alone a lot of the time. I had one friend, Chica, but we were always getting put in separate classes. So I end up by myself more often than not. Being alone isn't so bad. Why didn't you make friends, dude? Like, just interact with people around you. It's not that hard. Well... I'm not... No, I interact with people around me. Interacting with people around you is not the hard part. Interacting is easy. It's not making everyone hate you that's the hard part, okay? That's like the hard balancing of social relationships. I was really bad at that part, which is why I did interact with everyone, but I had no friends because everyone hated me and thought I was a psychopath. I don't know what the moral of the story is here. Maybe don't take my advice after all. Normally, maybe. But you know how it is around here. Being alone makes you stand out, makes you vulnerable. Where do you guys live? Where do you live? Do you want to move to Canada? It's nice up here. We don't have bullies. I was bullied pretty much every day. Leave. Come to Canada. Move out of a place where there's bullies. And no one did a thing about it. You should probably inform the school, and if they knew nothing, leave. Like, this is not a new thing. Bullying is not a new thing. If the school ain't doing shit, leave. I guess it's not that easy, but... Ugh. Fucking social relationships, man. I don't know, make friends with the bullies. I don't know. The time I got into high school, I was determined not to let it happen again. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Going into a new school year is a good point to, like, get your, like, reset on, right? Same thing that happened to me, like, if I've ever told you, like, I was kind of a bully in my, like, first, I just, like, didn't have friends, right? I just wanted some friends, I was, like, kind of a bully. And, like, 1 through 4, and then 5 was a bit neutral. And then I wanted, like, a reset in middle school, and that went, like, horribly wrong. Won't get into that. And then grade 9, you got another recess, right? And that one I actually made work. So, you really do, when you get into high school especially, because you're going to need it in high school, you really got to watch it in high school. You know, you're presumably going to want to start dating and stuff at some point, and you got to be careful with that. I missed that part. I wasn't going to be alone. I wasn't going to be a target. There you go. What you gotta do is be the bystander who refuses to interject. And then that's how you help bullying propagate. For the most part, it worked. I pull a face thinking of Nami and her constant insults and demands. Are you sure? I don't think it worked. You didn't make friends. You just got in with the bullies. And the bullies are bullying you anyway. Even if it does come with some challenge of its own. No, because you still don't have friends. That's what you don't understand. Bullies are not your friends. You still don't have any friends. Beside me, Aya let out a sigh. I see. I understand where you're coming from now, but I don't know that I agree entirely. No? Aya shakes her head, and her messy hair bobbing back and forth. I understand not wanting to be the victim of bullying, but having fake friends is far worse than having none at all. That's what I'm saying! How do I relate with the female more than the male? How do I relate with her more than the guy I'm playing as? I'm an idiot. John is an idiot. Fake friends? What should I do? How have you not realized it by now? She literally just told you. Leave! Don't defriend your friends. Your friends are assholes. Clarification, what do you mean? I don't want to be rude again, but never seen you all with any friends at all, fake or otherwise. And now I'm insulting her. I'm the bully. That's why it's dating my high school bully, cause I'm the high school bully. It's about which of the girls dates the high school bully. That's what it is. I figured it out, game. That's true. Doesn't mean I've never had them. And there is another point. And okay, here's another point as well. We'll use me as an example again. You can have friends outside of school, huh? I have friends. I have a few friends in school. Not that many though. Most people in school have way more friends than me, and you might not see me with too many friends often. Acquaintances in class, sure. And everyone kind of knows everyone in class. Mostly. Sort of. But half and half, boys and girls stuff still. But I have friends outside. I have lots of friends on YouTube. I have friends with streaming. I met a friend in DRG the other day. And we've been I'm playing 5 hours a day, because it's fun to, I'm playing in DRG, voice chat with someone. It's just, and it's enjoyable. Sorry, I lost the context. What are we saying? I never had them. Right. I have friends outside of school. You don't need to have friends in school. She could still have friends. You've never seen her with any, doesn't mean she doesn't have any, and doesn't mean she's never had them. Since you shared your past experiences, it's only fair that I share mine. My time in middle school was actually quite different to yours. Almost the opposite, in fact. There were several classmates I hung out with practically every day. At the time, I considered them not only my friends, but some of my best friends. What happened? One day, one of those friends was being bullied by someone in grade above us. Step in to help them, but I wasn't able to make the bully stop. All I did was make them turn their focus on me instead. Okay, there's a start. You've taken the load off. Now you gotta find someone to help you. So you do have to consider what kind of bullying for what to do here. You've gotten the load off your friend, which is an important point, as long as you can absorb the blow. So you gotta find a way to get it past them somehow, right? So you gotta, inform parent, inform school, get proof. Because, you can always, if it's physical bullying, then you can get proof. Then you can just call the police, and then that one's even just fun. Because then the school is like, hey, why are the police here? You get to be the troll that way. Hey, look, I got a video of the guy beating me up. He gets to be arrested right out of school. Then you're the one in charge. If it's cyberbullying, social bullying, verbal you can do something about. You can do you can get harassment stuff off them. Of course, involving the police in anything is complicated as well. It's hard. Especially if the school and parents won't do anything, but school really should be doing something. If not, do something with police. Get some proof of physical bullying. That's what I'd recommend. It's hard though, it's really a giant mess. I'd say school's your best option, but it's hard. I was okay with it though. See? That's the other thing. If you can just shrug it off, if it's just verbal bullying and you're just I don't care. You're fine. No problem. Your friend's not being hurt, you can deal with it, perfectly fine. Thought that was what a good person would do to protect their friends. Yeah, perfectly fine. But then those friends of mine started to avoid me. I attracted the attention of bullies, so being around me was suddenly dangerous. Yeah, that's problematic. So that's the thing. With bullies, you they don't really have much power, especially if it doesn't affect you. And it's easier to not be affected if you got friends standing behind you. Really a lot of the moral of the story of bullying is if you stick together, no one really gives a shit. Both with physical bullying, you overpower them at some point, having enough people behind you. As well as possibilities for police. With social bullying, it just doesn't work if you have friends. Cyberbullying, if you have problems with cyberbullying, leave the places you have the problems with cyberbullying. What's the other one? Verbal? If you got verbal and you got friends, you're basically just in a shouting match at that point. It's not gonna do anything. Having people behind you, because really the main point of bullying is it's mentally degrading. So, to counter that, if you've got people sticking beside you, that's the important part. But if you took the hit and then your friends left, that's an even more mentally, hit. That's gotta suck. I honestly don't know what to do there. I'd still try and find some way to get the bullying off you at this point. Because you've got it off your friend, now try to get it off yourself. Again, try and get to school, try and get the police. At some point, there's just nothing you gotta do, and you just gotta deal with it. But, or move to Canada. Just don't deal with it whatsoever. No bullies here. After a while, they cut ties completely, and I found myself alone. You're kidding. It's so heartless. Aya shakes her head, looking away. They were just looking out for themselves. I tried to get hung up on it. But they weren't, is the problem. They weren't just looking out for themselves. Because if they had stuck around with you, you would have been fine. 3 is enough of a counter. Like, with 3 people, even against, 3 bullies, you're gonna be fine, really. 2 can be problematic, 3 is fine. You get 3, you get 4, you're fine. If your friends hadn't cut ties, they weren't protecting themselves, because they're protected if they're not with you, but they're also fine with you, because it's still a group. There's no really... They were protected either way. They just kind of left was a dick move, unfortunately. No, they weren't real friends. Real friends wouldn't do something like that. That's the other thing, what kind of people were you hanging out with? Because my friends, if I were ever getting bullied, I've got, closer for, first off, if I were getting bullied, I don't even know who it'd be by. If we looked at, my closer friends would be sticking with me, and, even, the problem is you can never get serious without there being actual, consequences. Again, the school would step in, other people would, if there was ever, serious physical bullying, even, the ones that would, be semi-trolly going along with it, would immediately stop at that. If it was ever going too far, even, the people that kind of go along with the jokey stuff, right? It's only ever jokes. It's only ever making fun of in good faith. I don't know if I've ever met anyone in, my school, who's not like that, who wouldn't, stand up to the bully. I've certainly seen bully-type kids. Have I told you the story? I got to beat up a kid once. Not really. So, we're out on, a run, a track and field run thing. And I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go over to the bathrooms, and I see that there's some boys ramming themselves into the side of the, porta potty, shaking it. And a girl steps out, and she's, annoyed at them. And I'm like, I have to go use that bathroom. I don't want them hitting me. What to do? So I go in, hope they don't hit me. And then I'm, halfway through and everything's fine, and then they hit it. And I'm like, assholes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get them. So I finish up, and I got hit again while doing it. I finish up, and they haven't been hitting it as much as they were before. But I finish up, put my junk away, and I sit there and I wait. And what I do, I'm ready to run, and I have my hand on... It's still locked and it's still red, but I have my hand on the thing and my other hand on the door. So I can flick it and open it as soon as it hits. I feel the hit, turn my head around, and the look of fear on the kid's face as he gets shocked for a moment as I'm looking at him. He knows what he's done, and he knows what's about to happen. I chase him around, grab him by the hair on the shirt, pin him to a rock, and make him say he's not gonna do it again. And then he runs off crying after he says he's not gonna do it again. And, mwah. Hilarious. The look of fear on that kid's face. I don't remember what it looked like, but I remember him being horrified. And that was the best. And I doubt he will ever forget that. And, it wasn't even me being a bystander stepping up. It was me defending myself. And he was I was probably in grade 7 or 8. And he would have been grade, 6 or 7. He was definitely younger than me. He was definitely younger than me. And I think he must have, at the very least, realized not to fuck with people older than him. But that ought to be one of my best, that's really the only time I've done anything like that. But it was easily, one of the best moments to see the look on that kid's face when he realized he'd been played so badly. Anyway, I learned a very important lesson that day. What's that? Friendship isn't worth it. Oh, that's not right, though. Friendship is worth it, you gotta find good friends, though. Sarah, not sure I've heard correctly, and she shrugs. Shrugs. Friendship is worth it, but you gotta have good friends. It's hard to tell the real stuff from the fake. It's better to avoid it entirely. I kind of see where you're coming from, but I think she's wrong. So, first off, for me, I don't really have a good example, because there aren't really fake friends. You get, like, so everyone's there's not bullies as the problem. There aren't really fake friends. There are people that might not stand by you, but I don't consider them friends in the first place. That's the other thing. Like, I can differentiate between my friends and my acquaintances in school. I have, like, acquaintances who I basically treat as, like, work colleagues, right? They're my school colleagues. They're my colleagues. But I've got actual friends. I've got maybe 3 or 4 close friends. Not even that close, really. I don't have any close friends. I have, like, 3 or 4 friends, plus people on the internet, plus, like, the people on the internet, like, you know, Ken and Carl, right? And, like, CT. That's the extent of my friends. I have colleagues aside from that. But, like, I can tell them apart. I know who's a colleague and who's a friend. And I don't think I've ever had the experience of someone I thought was a friend actually appearing to be a colleague or something less than a colleague, someone who would actively leave me. Because at the very least, my colleagues, if I were getting bullied, I could talk to them and ask them, and they wouldn't just dissociate with me. So I don't know, let me know in the comments, is this a Canadian thing? Is this something I'm just not getting? Or is this, like, is this just that, is this a Canadian thing and it happens in other places, or is this just unrealistic? Because I definitely, like, in news, in, like, media, you definitely see it. Like, in, like, TV shows and stuff, you definitely see this kind of bullying. But I don't in Canada, not realistically. Like, I don't know if it happens. I'm sure it does happen in America. I know America's a lot worse. That's why they have all the school shootings. They had one, like, 3 days ago. But, or, like, 2 days ago, even. It'll be 3 days from when you see this. But I've just never seen anything like that in Canada. I've heard about the rare case, but I've never seen it, actually. I may be alone now, but I'm also safe. But she's wrong. She's not safe. See, she's not right here either. Neither of them are. She's not safe. She got bullied. She got bullied just today. If you don't have friends, you become a target of bullying. Your friends could turn out to be bullies, but if you find good friends and you get rid of the bad friends, you've got to dissociate yourself from the bad friends, right? When the bad friends will dissociate themselves from you when you get bullied. But that's why you have to first dissociate yourself from the bad friends and associate yourself with good friends to back you up to stop you from getting bullied. She's still wrong. But the bullies, though. Exactly, he's got a point. They're targeting you because you're alone. John, that is the smartest thing I've heard you say. I know. But I'll take having my things smashed and my lunch stolen over going through what I went through in my middle school any day. But that's not worth it. That's a negative over a negative. -3 is better than -5, but it's still negative. Go for positives. Go for a 0 position, even. Go for something. Hey, yeah. Takes a deep, meditative breath. Those are just my feelings, of course. Can't tell you how to feel or what to do about it. All I can do is suggest you evaluate who you wish to spend your time with. If it's really worth it, I don't expect everyone to take the road I did. I know it's extreme. I'm sure there are real friends out there somewhere. Maybe you even found them for all I know. Yeah, I did. Chica. A real friend. Because as far as I've been able to see, it's hard because you obviously, like, since it's like an anime character, you can't, like, see the actual facial stuff. Because you get a lot more information being able to see specific facial expressions, but from what I've seen from words alone, it seems like she's the closest thing there to a real friend. Friend A and B are, like, you know, the acquaintances, and then, like, again, what is it? Nadia? Something like that? Is, like, the bully friend, the fake friend. She locks eyes with me. What do you think? I hesitate thinking back to my friend group. I mean, for sure. There are times when I'd rather do things that I have to do things I'd rather not do, and it's not always perfect. But what is? A doesn't answer, just nods before facing forward. But the point isn't that it's not perfect. Conversation lapses again. We keep walking a while in silence. Let me plug my phone in. It's not that it has to be perfect. None of it has to be perfect. It just has to be better than a negative. Your life is not... Your life is not perfect. But it's also not good right now. And you can aim for good. You can strive for good. As we do, I can't stop thinking of Aya's question. What is a real friend? Suddenly Aya stops walking and looks at me. I'm sorry. I wasted so much of your time. Didn't even want to go out. Well, no, Aya, you've taught John an important lesson here. You've helped him develop some critical thinking abilities, and helped him realize what friends are, you know, that thing you're supposed to do in kindergarten. Should probably just go home. Thank you for talking to me, John. Aya turns to leave. I don't understand the gem thing. Why bother with, making, gem thing? I get it's, the money thing, but, come on. Offer to walk her home. I really don't mind. It's the least I could do after leading you on like that. Sorry again. It's okay. It's interesting talking to you. It's interesting talking to you, too. And hey, why is the background not changed at all? Since I made you come all this way, at least let me walk you home. Aya doesn't respond immediately, fidgeting slightly as she considers my proposition. I suppose that would be alright. She turns back to me and we sit off together side by side. Well, that is significant. She entrusts you enough to know where her home is. At least she doesn't think poorly of you, then. It doesn't take long for us to reach Aya's street. I live right over there. She gestures to one of the houses, perfectly indistinguishable from its neighbors. Huh. Pretty normal. I don't know what I expected from a girl like her. Say, John. Yeah? You had a strange feeling that we're being followed. Followed? I don't. Whoa. Aya and I sit around to find Chica face planted in the pavement, half her body emerging from a nearby bush. How do you not notice? How do you not notice her following you? John, what the fuck is your perception stat? Chica? Chica scrambles to her feet, flashing a wild grin. Hi, hello. I don't even know how I should respond to this. What are you doing? Are you okay? That sounded like it hurt. Are you okay? Yeah, totally fine, no worry. My eyes narrow. Oh god, it's already almost time. My eyes narrow, she laughs nervously. What is she doing here in the first place? Beside me, Aya hums quietly watching, Chikako with a strange look in her eyes. Then she suddenly turns toward me and bows. Thank you for walking me home, John. No one has ever done that before. Of course, Aya, it's my pleasure. Thanks for being so understanding. Sorry again about the whole dare thing. Aya just shakes her head before turning and making her way home. Once she's gone, I look at Chikako raising an eyebrow. But what? You know what? What's the deal with following us? Chikako freezes up for a moment before sighing. I was just, stalking you. I was worried about you, so I wanted to follow along and make sure nothing went wrong. Went wrong? Like what? Chikako shrugs, looking embarrassed. Well, John, you see, you're not exactly, a smart creature. You're kind of, stupid. I wanted to make sure you would be okay, right? I don't know, I guess I felt kind of bad about not stepping in with Nanami earlier, so I wanted to make sure you were okay. What should I do? Why is thanking her for being a good friend a gem option? How do I earn more gems? No, you literally buy them, that's it. I'm not allowed to thank her for being a good friend. Sorry, Chikako. I haven't paid my $6. I can't thank you for being a friend. Go fuck off. What's your off? You're a total weirdo, you know that? John, you moron! John, you dumbass! Brush her off does not mean insult her. John, you idiot! I see why John has no... He's got a real friend and a fake friend, and he's gonna fuck with the real friend. Chaka pouts. Hey, it's weird to be a good friend, then I guess I'm guilty. Snicker shaking my head. Come on, weirdo. Might as well log you home since you stalked me all the way here. Stalk is a little strong, don't you think? Strong and accurate. When my house is closer, I walk Chikako back to her place first. This is my stop. Thank you for walking me home, John. It's very gentlemanly of you. Give me a fancy, exaggerated bow. No problem. See you tomorrow, Chica. Wait. Before you go, Chikako rapidly becomes sheepish again, her eyes dropping to the ground. How was your time with Aya? She seems nice. She's nice enough. Definitely not much of a talker, though. I mean, that's, blatantly wrong. We had a conversation. Right? Chikako half smiles, chewing the bottom of her lip. She, if anything, said more than you did, John. That's good. Glad you enjoyed spending time with her. Anyway, I'll see you later, John. Make sure you do before homework Do your homework before gaming tonight. I roll my eyes. Yeah. Oh yeah, make sure you do your physics calculations before doing this. Look, if a ninja drops a smoke bomb 1.25 meters from the ground and throws a throwing star straight ahead, how far does it go before reaching the ground, and what time and which reaches the ground first? The answer is obvious because gravity is the same, they'll reach the ground at the same time, and the throwing star will mathematically reach it at a certain point based on the acceleration which you gave, which is 40 meters a second. I expect you all to solve this and have the answers in the comments. Turn to walk away as Chicago disappears into her house. John's an asshole. Before long, I'm heading up to the path leading to my front door. I just reach the handle, and I come to a dead stop, mouth drooping open. The house next door has its for sale sign covered with a big, bold sold sticker. The real shock is who's sitting on the doorstep. Is that Etchy? She just move partway across town? This can't be happening. It's supposed to be this bully's my next door neighbor? Yeah, don't care about it then. Make a friend. This is that you get time to spend more time with her. Possibly. That's just good. You can make a friendship. Try and make her not an asshole. Congratulations, John. You got a great opportunity to save your school from misery here. Jeez. We're gonna get only one more chapter after this, because then it's gonna need more money or get something. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see what I can do about being able to have more of the game, because it's a certainly interesting storyline. John's a moron, and yeah, I don't want to know what his horrible interaction to Etchy's going to be, when he should be trying to be nice and not an asshole, so the bully's not an asshole to him, you know? Like smart people would. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to my content if you like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.